Welcome back, everybody. Oh, CP, The Last of Us, yes. So, we're swiftly moving on from Fountain Snipers against ICC TBD. Div C West? Yes, West. If you missed that, that was a game played on March 1st, and I was just replay casting it, doing a little cast because it wasn't picked up live, and ICC TBD took the series 2 games to 1. Now we're going to move into Div B East, ICC Unity against Anarchy, and ICC Unity picked the map for us. So our first map of this best of 3 is Battlefield for Eternity. In terms of map bans and where we're not allowed to go, Unity banned out Vorskaya Foundry and Garden of Terror, and Anarchy banned Towers of Doom and Alterac Pass. Don't know why I said it like that, but I did. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Alright, on the left side, on the blue team, on ICC Unity, we have Drunk Unicorn playing Stukov. Hawaii, I'm gonna say it like that because I'm not sure. Wait, is it Kauai or is it Hawaii or is it Hawaii? On Varian, Ice Queen on Li Ming, Mango Man on Cassia. Ooh, and we actually have up in top lane here to round the team off. Lork on Ragnaros. On the right side, on the red team, you have the Joker on Malthael. We also have Shadow Droid on Johanna and Yoon on... Oh my god, sorry, I'm slowing down. On Lujin and Super Saiyan, I'm not sure what the JG is, but SS JG Trunks on Whitemane. Interesting. And we also have Hunterlust on Deathwing too. Very interesting solo lane here on this map. Oh, Joker swinging around the top there, and then Varian putting a stop to that very swiftly. Camps have just spawned 13s. Of course, they may and will likely wander off closer to the 2-minute mark to line it up with the objective there. Whitemane already out of mana. That Whitemane life. If Mango Man picks up Valkyrie at level 10 for Cassia, that Whitemane is gonna have a terrible time. But we do see, like on the side of ICC Unity, the classic Varian Stukov combination. So what we should see coming out from that team is some nice taunts into a Stukov puddle, and that usually equals a death. You know what, I actually just noticed on the side of Anarchy we have 2 bruises, don't we? We have 3 bruises actually, because technically like 3 frontline, because we have Malthael and Deathwing and they're both bruises. Mango Man getting low here, the Joker looking to finish him off, but that puddle a little bit dissuaded them. Also Unity were just nice and close to their wall, no problem, not even worried about it. So Anarchy are all backing to reset their mana, and also it's just a little bit of a fast track to this camp. So both teams now will pick up their camps. ICC Unity, camp crew, camp duty is Mango Man on Cassia and Drunk Unicorn on Stukov. And camp crew for Anarchy is a little bit more involved. You got the Joker on Malthael, SS, JG, Trunks, and also Shadow Droid. You know what I realised? I didn't ping in the NGS Discord that I'm doing these replay casts. I just told ICC in our Discord. My bad.
I shall
Oopsie doodle.
purge your evil.
I was late getting started as well because of food. Anyway. In terms of who has the better race, I mean, Anarchy has some stonking race with Yoon on Zul'jin.
I move to new ground.
It's closer than I thought though, but it does go, halftime does go the way of Anarchy. Deathwing getting involved in the mix and losing an armor plate there quite early on. Almost down to half health. Mango Man is just deep in there, unfortunately. Cassia getting picked. Varian getting stunned by the boss and then taunts into Malthael to try and get out. Really good effort there after finding themselves in a bad spot to try and rotate away. But unfortunately, not to be this time around. 2-0 trading field with Anarchy. We have Ragnaros doing a little molten core there and just basically hitting Anarchy's Immortal from across the map. Deathwing coming in onto the back line of ICC Unity, but oh, 522. That was an incredibly close first objective, but it does go over to Anarchy. That's another armor plate gone for Hunterlust on Deathwing. Gleaming combo out, doesn't get anything there, but no problem. Stukov backing up the reset to be healthy for first objective of the game. Felon is now wailing on ICC Unity's wall, but only Hunterlust there to back him up. While at the bottom here, 4 members of Anarchy looking to make some progress in the bot lane. Now that the objective is cleared up in top, ICC Unity are rotating down here. Both teams level 7. But if Anarchy stay, it could be a little bit of trouble. Could spell some trouble here if Hawaii can kind of get in range for... Nope. Sorry, I forgot the name of the E ability, but in range for a taunt, regardless. Deathwing's in the sky. Oh no, he just dropped top. Just dropped top. And ICC Unity here, biding their time in this bush. But with Anarchy not showing up, they obviously know that the bot siege camp will go the way of Anarchy if they're not careful about it. They are actually encroaching, but just a little bit late. We've got a big old fight coming in here, and that was a taunt onto Joker, but somehow Whitemane is just keeping Joker up. Joker's gone back in though, and does have to walk through a puddle to get out, and unfortunately navigating back in spelled the death of them and of Johanna. 2-0 trade on the side of ICC Unity, while Anarchy just get that camp. For sure. Here's the talents CP. Looking like an orb build. Bit of an orb build. Liamen going on. And because Stukov is always going to be with most of the team on the side of ICC Unity, they have actually gone vigorous reuptake at this level. You will get value out of that talent at that level, 100%. And I mean, I guess then they're just not really very scared of the Zul'jin, because the Zul'jin poses obviously a big threat with physical damage, and at level 4 Stukov can get armor on his Q, on his healing pathogen, to kind of stave off some of that Zul'jin damage.
Our battle cannot remain here.
Hunterlust going in deep there with a Cataclysm into the back line of ICC Unity, trying to get some stuns, honestly, on more than one person, but misses somehow. I don't even know how that happened. Mango Man getting down to 280 HP. Trunk Unicorn in a bad spot. Does a flailing swipe, but it doesn't quite hit anybody. Trunk's getting low, does go down to a Ragnaros Sulfura Smash, and Joker then is all of a sudden in a bad spot. Joker going down, but posthumously kills Cassia with Last Rites. 3-for-2 trade in favour of Anarchy. Yoon proving why it's a good idea to get Zul'jin on this map, because Zul'jin's race is absolutely bananas. Utterly bananas. Second objective of the game going over to Anarchy. Both teams obviously picking up level 10s. And what level 10s do we have? We have Sulphurous Smash. On the side of ICC Unity, we have Sulphurous Smash on Ragnarok's, Disintegrate from Li Ming, Flailing Swipe from Stukov. You have the Lightning Ball that I can't remember the name of. It's called Ball Lightning, oh my god, for Cassia. And of course, Taunt was picked up by Varian at level 4, and then Shield Wall at level 10. On the side of Anarchy, oh, never mind, Varian taunting Malthael into a disgusting puddle, and Stukov gets that kill. Malthael going down. So Malthael picking up last rites, Tazdingo for Zul'jin, Blessed Shield for Johanna, Divine Reckoning for Whitemane, and yes, I did have to hover over it because I never see Whitemane because she self-roots, and that's why I don't play her as a healer. Also, I'm bad. Bellowing Roar being picked up by the hacker. ICC Unity are actually looking to kind of push in onto this top camp and secure this camp here. You would think that then Anarchy would be doing that same thing in the bot, but they aren't. They are opting to pick up their Bruise camp instead on their side of the map. Malthael looking to maybe rotate on to Ragnaros. Never mind. Malthael now going to start this bot siege camp, but that has given ICC Unity a huge amount of time actually to take that top camp and then start rotating down here too. See if they can get there in time. Siege camp does go over to Anarchy. The Joker picking that up as Malthael, no problem, but is facing down the barrel of a 4v1. Never mind. Whitemane showing up. 4v2. Both teams approaching level 30 and ICC Unity picking it up first. That's Mortal Strike being locked in there for Varian. So that's extra damage to shields. Varian is perfect into Johanna for that very reason. Anarchy here trying to use some space to push in and get some structure damage done. Deathwing breathing fire all over that. Whoops, sorry about that dodgy camera. Both teams just kind of poking. That's actually a Whitemane ult on the floor there. Taunt on Malthael into a beautiful puddle, but Joker actually has a little bit of space to sidestep. Silence onto 3 members of their enemy team. Met with an orb into 3 members of their enemy team. Ball Lightning is now cleaning up and getting 2 kills by itself. Almost 4, to be honest. Hunterlust down to 400 HP. ICC Unity are looking to make this 2 kills into at least 3, and they do. Deathwing going down. 3 for 1 trade in favor of ICC Unity. Drunk Unicorn, unfortunately, is looking a bit worse for wear. Has all the mana in the world, so should be able to heal themselves up. Li Ming, on the other hand, is in the reverse situation. Does back, and that is totally wise, so you can come back, stock full of mana, and fight at half-time. Deathwing back in 7 seconds, so Li Ming definitely has time. More than enough time to do that. If Unity get this, it will go top lane. Obviously, remember, it goes in. The Immortal does go into the strongest lane. I think Ball can bounce from the wall, yeah. Johanna unstopping to get through that taunt from Hawaii in onto the back line. Deathwing jumping onto the back line as well. Ragnar is getting low, is backing up. Mango Man, unfortunately, is... Never mind, not unfortunately. Does get a Ball Lightning out and kills 2 members of the enemy team with the help of Li Ming. So far, we've got a 2 for 2 trade. And now that is a 3 for 2 trade in favor of ICC Unity with Johanna going down there. And that is the first objective for ICC Unity. Rocking it down top lane.
The light of the crystal arch shines on.
I'm going to take a sip of water. If something happens while I'm drinking, I'm sorry. Oh, I need to... Somebody get me some Fisherman's Friend. I keep forgetting. I went to the store earlier and forgot. Alright, so... ICC Unity do have the talent tier advantage. It's a very strong one at that. Level 16 coming in. We've still only got Varian and Stukov in the top lane here. Li Ming is making her way over. Big puddle there onto Shadow Droid, but sidesteps it no problem. The Iron Skin coming out from Johanna does prevent the taunt into the stun from the Immortal. Oh, it doesn't hit anything but heroes? Nice. Well, there you go. Today we learn. All the while that was happening, I did want to go down to bot lane because Lork on Ragnaros does secure this structure. So that Immortal there, very successful, very productive ICC unit, getting 2 structures out of it, and now they actually have the lead. Unfortunately though, Lork on Ragnaros did stay for too long. A little bit overstayed their welcome, and unless a miracle happens, though I will say that was a lot of ultimates, or it felt like it was a lot of ultimates used, but it looks like it might have just been last rites from Malthael. Ragnaros does go down. A little bit of overextension there. I am surprised it's Ball Lightning actually and not Valkyrie, because Valkyrie onto Whitemane would be great. Having said that though, you need to get past... I mean, you could get past Johanna to maybe? That's not as scary as like a Garrosh. I feel like you could try and walk past Johanna to get in range, even if Whitemane did back up, you know, or was conservative in their positioning. Anyway, it's a Ball Lightning. Bot camp going over to Anarchy, but ICC Unity clearing that up, no problem. Anarchy starting and finishing their bruiser camp just in time for the Immortal to come up, and ICC Unity are actually lagging a little bit behind on theirs, and that gives Anarchy a chance to come in here, which it looks like they were thinking about it, but now it's a little bit too late because ICC Unity actually pick up that bruiser camp, and I've been on that side where you miss the window and then you go in anyway and it ends badly, but Anarchy are not me and they back up to get positioned for this objective phase. Immortals once again spawning in the middle. Both teams have a camp pushing in their respective lanes. Anarchy are a little bit split here, whereas ICC Unity are laser focused on burning this Immortal down. And so they do. They force it to half time, and the Immortals will switch. And right now, Anarchy need to defend, but they're kind of waffling around in mid a little bit, and the Cataclysm may be a little bit too slow on the draw. Having said that, 3 members of ICC Unity are going down. Varian, Lork and Mango Man still laser focused on that Immortal, so although they lost 2 members, they did get the Immortal. Hawaii walking up and taunting Whitemane there into a Ball Lightning. Mango Man and Lork are getting chased down. Mango Man unfortunately getting knocked out there by Yoon on Zujin. Hawaii in a little bit of a rough spot, but protected should be fine. Ragnarok's not pouring here. Looking to maybe get a stun, never mind. Johanna actually stepping up back into the Ragnaros Molten Core. Hawaii Taunt, obviously it's a very low cooldown, so it's not a big deal that it didn't convert. Anarchy can now safely clear this up, because unfortunately there's a 3-for-1 trade in favour of Anarchy, so ICC Unity can't actually push up with this Immortal. Joker backing up there to get mana. ICC Unity in the meantime using the space because they know everybody's on the side of Anarchy is down in bot lane, so they're using that space to pick up the neutral siege camp in top. Both teams closing in on level 20. Yeah, it does feel odd to me to see oh. Anarchy stepping up, being quite aggressive here. I'm sure they have some intel on bot and the ICC Unity are all bot, but you kind of, I mean, both teams are going to hit level 20 at the same time, so Anarchy aren't really going to get an advantage through that. They step up and they do get some damage in on that keep. That is a Whitemane ult going down. 70-second cooldown right now.
Prepare yourselves. I will reach your position shortly.
Shadow Droid doing a good job there, thinking, hey, Unity can just kind of rotate here, so I'm gonna stave them off if they do. Dismount them. Unity getting level 20 just a smidgen before. But both teams are now level 20. Equal talent tier. for this objective phase. Shadow Droid scouting outlook on Ragnaros there, and Ragnaros is going to back up because he does not want to be there. Is there a Sulfuras coming out? Maybe. Deathwing dropping in onto Mango Man. Mango Man forcing out the Taz Dingo onto Onzul Jin, and then Ball Lightning. Not doing too much, unfortunately. So some big buttons traded. Looks like Unity do have more ultimates available to them, with Sulfura Smash still being up. Oh, Hawaii taunting Malthael into a boss stun. Sorry, into Immortal Stun, into a puddle. But he's still on half HP. XU, meanwhile, does go down to Ragnaros. Hawaii looking here low on health. Bellowing roar out from Deathwing. Just push Ragnaros back and away. Joker looking to get Hawaii's number. Ragnaros, meanwhile, cleaning up the backline of Anarchy. And the Joker has no mana. So you have 99 problems, and every single one of those is not having enough mana. Shadow Droid popping the Iron Skin, but will it be enough to dissuade 3 members of ICC Unity from chasing them down, looking to get a team wipe here? Shadow Droid, Blessed Shield to try and save Trunks. Whitemane doubles back for a second, but thinks better of it and does get back to safety. This first half of the objective then, cleanly going over to ICC Unity. That was just a cue from Mango Man. Onto the camp to see if Johanna and Whitemane were being silly sausages. They weren't. 20 seconds until Anarchy are back to full strength, and this level 20 Immortal will go the way of ICC Unity quite cleanly. And while the objective pops, I was going to say, I thought Ice Queen would either back or tap for mana, but they have 2 globes there, and they'll probably get 1 or more through this top wave, no problem. Yeah, they didn't want red team's camp, I think, because of death timers. If they went for it, they could have potentially lost a member or 2 and not been able to push with this. So it's okay, conservative choice, but a valid choice nonetheless. Silencing 3 members of Anarchy there, and now we have the full power of a Molten Core push. Backed by an Immortal. ICC Uni. Hawaii just looking for a bit of a taunt situation here. That might have been... Oh, both teams still have their ultimate abilities. Speaking of which, Deathwing does a Cataclysm across the lane from bottom to top. The Immortal, once the shields go down, will move into melee range. Here we go. It starts smacking the tower. Sorry, the keep. And the keep does go down. Ragnarok's taking a little bit too much damage potentially there from Zul'jin. Both teams still, all 5 people up. Pontalos stepping up and in. Johanna walking in with Iron Skin. A taunt out onto Joker. Followed up by the Disintegrate from Li Ming, but doesn't convert. Unfortunately, neither does that last rites there onto Ragnaros's, onto Ragnaros. And that was some Dahaka. Sorry, Dahaka. Dahaka's not even in this game. Deathwing. That was a Deathwing talent there, spreading damage and getting ICC Unity low. ICC, yeah, so Anarchy are gonna pick up their Bruiser camp here. ICC Unity pick up this neutral siege camp in top, and they'll probably wander on over to their camp. It's alright, Aaron. They just probably didn't, you know. It just didn't happen. I'm gonna push regardless. Anarchy's core is now on 63%, and ICC Unity is looking very confidently poised. I meant looking poised. I don't know if that's an English sentence that actually makes sense. Alright. Unity going to pick up their Bruiser camp after picking up the neutral camp in bot lane as well. Anarchy shoving their camp up a little bit. I think they got a wave down here. Trying to make that, get the most out of that camp in top lane. Unity coming now to clear it up, as Anarchy will do the same with this camp over here. Just waddling up. That is a little bit of a waddle in there. Waddle, waddle. Never mind, Anarchy actually just kind of leave this down here. I suppose actually Anarchy don't have any vision of Unity, so if they step up this far to try and clear this camp, likelihood is a taunt into a Sulfura Smash and then you're dead. So probably best for Anarchy to wait to clear that camp until it's closer to their walls. The worst thing would be to lose somebody before this Immortal, and a level 22 Immortal would probably end the game. Both teams full on 5v5. Let's see which team comes out on top. The Joker going in there onto Ragnaros, but does get taunted into a puddle. Huge heals from Whitemane mean the Joker still stands, and Ragnaros big stasis to dodge a Zul'jin basic attack, followed by one single swipe of Stukov's failing swipe, and Lorcan Ragnaros lives to see another day. That was some incredible micro. The Iron Skin from Johanna being used there for I'm not sure why. Right, so Unity have the wonderful poke that is Li Ming on Battlefield of Eternity, so they can just kind of safely stand back. I think Anarchy are going to have to step up into Unity, but that is a very hard thing to do, easier said than done when you have to walk through a low blow Stukov. That is another single swipe coming out, a taunt there. Once again in onto Joker, ball lightning being spread between three members of the enemy team. Off screen somehow Zul'jin did kill Ragnaros, and Hawaii is now slowed into some disgusting Malthael damage and does eventually go down despite Whitemane being absolutely out of mana. Having said that, the longer the fight goes, the better it is. Two catapults now, taking some, putting some damage in onto the core of Anarchy. Unfortunately, he doesn't get through the shield, and Whitemane did back, which is not the person you want to be backing there. Doesn't have much wave clear. Unfortunately, Shadowboy did almost go down. Whitemane showing up to the fight, in fact, and eating, it feels like, every tick of that laser beam. Every tick of that disintegrate from Ice Queen, and Ice Queen does get some resets there and pump some damage into Anarchy's Immortal. Three members of Unity should be able to out DPS on the Immortal versus just Zul'jin from Anarchy. Sorry, I might have said, sorry, 3 members of Anarchy. I meant 3 members of Unity versus Zul'jin. And blue team, ICC Unity do get this level 22 Immortal, which will go through the bot lane. If we're looking at the map and the progress on the map right now, ICC Unity do have 3 buildings still standing in addition to their core, whereas Anarchy, obviously, losing the Whitemane, they had to back off and they had to give that Immortal over to ICC Unity, and they only have their core standing.
I shall march for Hell's gates.
Deathwing is in the sky, remember, actually just dropped quite conservatively there. That makes sense into a Ragnaros Molten Core. The Joker on Malthael being taunted, but living through it and coming out the other end on full HP once again. The Sulfura Smash landing onto 2 members of Anarchy, JG Trunks, sorry, I should just call you Trunks. Getting down low there, but just managed to back into the Nexus to heal up. Malthael securing the kill onto Cassia, but this is a level 23 Immortal that we're talking about into Li Ming damage onto the core, and it drops to 0, and that is the first game of a best of 3 series going over to ICC Unity. And I pause and take a sip because my throat. Yeah, I actually think throughout that game, Whitemane focused healing on Mouth, because there was several times that Mouth was dead to rights with the full combo, the taunt silence between Varian and Stukov, and then the Li Ming follow-up, but came out of it on full health, and I think it's because of Whitemane. Just all the healing went to Malthael, which not great for the rest of Anarchy. But I suppose you do have Johanna, who heals with the blind, and then you do have Zul'jin, who does more damage on low health and has Taz Dingo, and then you can't heal Deathwing. So really, not too bad off pumping all your spells into Malthael. Yeah, she walked out of the Hall of Storms and was immediately out of mana. Yeah, it did look like that. She was out of mana and then went back into the Hall of Storms and came out with about the same mana. Thank you for the look, Caden. Thank you so much. Alright, so first game of best of 3 over to ICC Unity on Battlefield of Eternity. And so next game, let me see. Next game, actually, Anarchy opt for map pick rather than first pick. So they take us to everybody's favorite Rexar map. Braxis Holdout. Super Saiyan God, that's what the JG is. Yeah, okay. I stopped watching Dragon Ball Z. I watched all of Dragon Ball Z, and then I didn't watch any of Dragon Ball. Well, I watched some of Dragon Ball Super, and I was like, what is happening? Anyway, if you are just joining us, this is a Div B East game as part of the Nexus Gaming Series. ICC Unity against Anarchy. Unity banning out Boskai Foundry and Garden of Terror, and Anarchy banning Towers of Doom and Alterac Pass. Unity took us to Battlefield of Eternity for Game 1, and for Game 2, Anarchy opted for map pick rather than first pick and are going to take us to Brass Holdout. Without further ado.
Facilities powering up.
We're about to begin.
On the left side, on the blue side, on ICC Unity, we have Drunk Unicorn on Rhaegar, Kawaii on Varian, Ice Queen on Chromie, Mango Man once again on the Cassia, and this time we have Lork swapping from Ragnaros to Cassia. Sorry, Kira. Offlane Kira can absolutely be monster. Can absolutely be a thing. I'm excited we get to see that. On the right side, on the red team, on Anarchy, we have the Joker on Stitches, Yoon on Greymane, Shadow Droid, swapping from Johanna to Junkrat, and also we have Super Saiyan God Trunks on Deckard and Hunterlust on Malthael. I'm sorry, that almost looked like Tyrael, and I almost offended Tyrael. Both teams clearing that wave up, no problem. Hawaii going in, but isn't a real boy until level 4, so you're going to want to be careful a little bit. Just dodge the Root Dorito. 2 members of Anarchy blinded by Mango Man. Both teams just kind of trading damage. In the top lane, Kira, Lork on Kira, getting a kill onto Malthael. So Unity now have Cryo. For only 5 seconds, death time is very low. We're only 1 minute and 12 seconds into the game. Hook coming out onto Mango Man. Cassie being hooked back, but Hawaii there on the case, no problem. That was a big boot onto Mango Man into Anarchy's towers. But as long as Cassia moves, Cassia gets 30% protection and does walk away there scot-free a little bit. Varian getting caught by the Deckard Dorito, gets hooked back by the Joker, but still no deaths. Well, they're kind of even up there in top lane. Sorry, both health bars of Kira and Malthael on half. Both solo laners have decent sustain as well. Hook onto Kawaii, followed by the Death Trio, but Kawaii does sidestep it. 10% channeled on the objective for Anarchy. Ice Queen, unfortunately, low on mana here. Hopefully has a tap. Hawaii stepping up anyway. Sorry, actually going from Hawaii to Kauai. Big Taunt out onto Stitches into the Fen from Mango Man on Cassia. Makes for a very dead Stitches. Ice Queen there does indeed tap. We see Yoon making a rotation up top. Malthael, Hunterlust actually capping top and then backing. Not sure why. Maybe just to top off because they can. Yoon is going to pick up this siege camp with Greymane. One of the only heroes I think in the game at level 1 that can just solo camp. On the opposite side of the map, Unity are picking up their siege camp as well, while Varian is hanging out on the point. Anarchy picking up their Bruiser camp. It looked like ICC Unity were gonna maybe sniff at an invade there, but they actually walk their siege camp right up to the gate of Anarchy. Oh, Maiev can as well. I see, yeah. Mango Man being hooked back does get then caught by the cube from Deckard into a Death Dorito, but the taunt from Shadow Droid means that the Joker has to redirect their focus from killing Mango Man to peel him. Neither team losing a member. Ooh, big bite from Drunk Unicorn there. Felt like it was across the map. Kira capping the top point for Unity. Means still no channel, but Anarchy have managed to secure 28%. It's just been a bit of a slog trying to get there. Chromie Queen does have to back on Chromie just to try and get some mana. So although Unity do have the level 7 advantage, they need to be healthy on resources to be able to do anything at all, you know? Hawaii big taunt out onto Junkrat. Follow-up was a little bit slow, but it was a lot of damage on Shadow Droid. Mango Man and Hawaii on ICC Unity looking incredibly low. Thankfully, though, the damage on Anarchy haven't quite converted it. Unfortunately, Mango Man does go a bad way. Whoa! Whoa, that fend was wild! 2 members of ICC Unity going down 2-0 trade in favor of Anarchy. They could and should look to rotate top onto Kira right now. It looks like Yoon is doing that on Greymane. I mean, death timers again are still super low, so... Chromie picking up slowing sands. We've had Chromie in every game, I think. Hey, Lork is getting incredibly low. Has to lasso to try and dodge the last hit from Greymane and does so expertly. Objective is currently being channeled for Anarchy, but ICC Unity are coming back with better resources here. Hook onto Mango Man, but Mango Man dodges it. Yoon coming back down here on Greymane for a 4v4 to resume. 76% of the objective channeled by Anarchy so far. Taunt onto Joker. Doesn't convert into too much really. Mango Man being controlled and booped around by Shadow Droids. Satchel charges. Hawaii big taunt out onto Yoon. That is the Greymane going down. Hawaii on low health though and can't walk through that Death Area because that would mean certain death. Big Ruby on the floor as well actually for Joker, who realizes maybe and steps up. Varian getting down to 20 HP, being healed up by Greymane, and then goes back in for the taunt with the Ice Queen. Chromie follow up, and that actually turned into a Stitches kill rather than a Varian kill. Varian's life flashed before his eyes. Ancient Blessings from Deckard. Yeah, the potential of that on the side of Anarchy to improve Greymane's output, basic attack output. Now Unity are channeling the objective is up to 60%, coming back into Anarchy's 76%. There is a 2v2 going on up here with Yoon and Hunterlust on Malthael for Anarchy and top lane into Lork and Mango Man on Unity. So we have an even fight down here. Having said that, actually, though, ICC Unity, obviously, level 10's coming online. And what do we have? We, of course, have Varian picking up Taunt at 4 and then the Shield Wall, which means that he can protect all kinds of damage, not just basic attacks. Unrelenting Strikes from Kira, Ball Lightning once again from Cassia, Ancestral Healing from Rhaegar, and as I mentioned, Slowing Sands from Chromie. Decade is in a bit of a tough spot here because his team need healing, but Hawaii has just got his number. And now taunts Trunks. Trunks has not been able to heal his team whatsoever in this situation. Having said that though, Anarchy, Yoon on Greymane does secure a kill onto Kira. That sleep, I'm not sure who it was intended for. Maybe Mango Man was closer and I wasn't looking at Mango Man. 1-0 trade in favor of Anarchy, surprisingly. Strong waves on both sides, so Chromie did have to stay bot to try and clear. Chromie does back to try and, well, not try, to successfully get some more mana. That was a taunt onto a Malthael. Mango Man, the distance for Mango Man was a little bit too great there for the follow-up, so Hunterlust does walk away. On Anarchy, in terms of ults, we have Stay a While and Listen for Decade. We have Riptire for Junkrat. We have Bile for Stitches. We have Last Rites for Malthael once again. And we have... Go for the Throat, that's what it is. Yeah, Go for the Throat for Greymane. Hawaii on the wrong side of 3 members of Anarchy. Hunterlust making that 4 members of Anarchy, but Hawaii walks away, no problem. No sweat. Joker looking for a hook, but I think it either got blocked by Varian there or that Slowing Sands is doing a great job of slowing the minion wave down and the camp, giving Unity time to clear it safely. Hook out and misses again. Level 13 is now online for ICC Uni by about half a level. Talent tier advantage. Very short hook onto Varian. He gets boot back. Yoon waiting for him. But Varian was waiting for Yoon. And that was a big Slowing Sands there to help the Varian back and Stay a While and Listen. Bile and Riptire all down for Anarchy. I see Unity channeling the objective. Unfortunately, a Joker's hook swinging and missing. Oh, Hawaii doing a real big charge into Junkrat's face, followed up with a taunt, but not resulting in the rubbish rat's demise. Uni have just been able to channel this whole objective, so this is an incredibly strong Zerg wave, 100% to 0. Kira also securing the kill on Malthael, and it looks like it was a close fight in top lane, so this clear is going to be easy peasy unless Lork overstays their welcome. Yoon can go for the throat on that, and that is potentially just a gap in comms, or maybe Unity didn't notice that Greymane had rotated because all of Anarchy were kind of backing up to prepare for the defense of this wave anyway. So unfortunate, the hook on Mango Man does work, and it was from here to here, incredible. But Equally incredible ancestral healing from Mango Man. Unfortunately, Varian steps up a little bit too far to try and help with the peel, and that's a dead Varian Rin. 2-for-0 trade. Of course, Kira dying in top lane at the beginning of the objective in favor of Anarchy, who do get both cannon towers and a gate down, but not much more than that. With 100% minion wave, you would hope to see... I'm sure Unity would have liked to have seen more kind of go down to that, but that was a good defense from Anarchy, who are now looking to come in on this camp. Oh, Kira, the swing and the knockback onto Melthiel just to secure the last bit of channel on that bruiser camp was chef's kiss. Cassia chucking a spear through the fog there just to make sure that there wasn't Stitches waiting. Now Stitches can come over here and then hook, but they're too busy over there getting their camp as well. So both teams just kind of trade camps. Unity are closing in on level 16 rapidly here. Hunter Lost in this push out of vision, giving their team, giving Anarchy vision of this camp invade here. So we are seeing Anarchy rotate, but they do have to rotate through that slowing sands. A hawk out onto Hawaii, not the best member of the team to get. Does get followed up on with several ults, including the sleep from Deckard, and that is a Beyblade out from Junkrat. Varian Rin dies once more. Unfortunately, Rhaegar Drunk Unicorn's Ancestral was 0.7 seconds off of being available to save Varian Rin. Close, but no cigar. Whole bunch of camps pushing in for ICC Unity in bot lane. In terms of who has, who's winning the map right now, ICC Unity have more structures up, so it'd be them. Though their top 4 is looking a bit low. Both teams on the same talent tier. That was a hook into that bush. Decent hook spot there. Noted. I will note that down for later. Ooh, Junkrat going for burst fire.
Make haste toward the beacons. They're up and running.
Gotta be good at your skill shots for burst fire. Each team channeling one of the points, which means no progress made on the objective. ICC Unity are looking for an aggressive rotation here, but Anarchy are actually kind of digging in and taking this for...
has destroyed a fort.
Hook once again onto Kawaii, onto Varian Rin, into a bile. He tries to move, but something happens over there. Maybe into a Junkrat trap, followed by Malthael popping the last rites, but Varian Rin still stands. Drunk Unicorn and Ice Queen and dealing with the Yoon on the back line. ICC Unity getting incredibly low, and that is Chromie going down to Yoon on Greymane, but a taunt and a nice bit of Kira damage there means that Yoon on Greymane goes down. Kira onto the back line of Anarchy means that is just... wow, team wipe. That turned. How the turns table. Every single member of Anarchy down to some incredible micro from Kira and Cassia as well. Well, all of ICC Unity, to be honest. They were dealing with Yoon there for a very long while. That was a pain. Having a Greymane on your face as a Chromie, that's some scary stuff. They do channel the objective as well as 100% Zerg Wave coming for them down into the top lane. But they will not wait for that. And 4 members, including their healer and their tank, which is what you like to see, pushing in onto the core. 10 seconds until everybody on Anarchy is up. This might be game. We shall see. Hawaii getting low. That was a hook onto Kira, but Kira got snagged on the core. Dodges the Death Raider with a massive 4-person stun there off the back of the lasso. 2, 3 members of ICC Unity. 4 members of ICC Unity going down. The core is on 9%. They have 100% wave coming through top, which will give them some space. At least Anarchy can't finish off of this. It's not like they have a lane open. So although 4 members of Unity did go down, they have opened up that win condition in bot lane. Looks like internet trouble is plaguing one or more of the teams here. Chromie, Ice Queen and Chromie.
Did you get them all?
So, 20 seconds until ICC Unity are all back up. And we see Anarchy making some moves to pick up this boss with the space that they created. Honestly, getting this off of the map for Anarchy will be a bit of a relief. With a core as low as 9%, even with shields, you don't want to leave something like this up, do you? They might overstay. I'm a little bit worried here because Matheo's not with them. Chromie spots the vision there. ICC Unity backing up. Boss and a camp coming down top lane. That Chromie would have felt her hair, the wind in her hair there from that hook. Mango Man in a little bit of a dodgy spot there does get away thanks to the slowing sounds from Chromie. The Joker stepping up with a big vial is taking a bunch of damage into a sleep onto Kira, but Kira says, it's fine. Drunk Unicorn actually going deep into the back line of Anarchy and doesn't pay the price for it either. Both teams on level 19, though Anarchy are rapidly approaching level 20. I think that Unity realized, hey, the boss is actually cleared and they're going to get level, like Anarchy are going to get level 20. We need to like run at them. We need like a, can we make something happen? Can we get pre-20? They also want to prevent beautiful cute from Mango Man. They also want to prevent Anarchy from backing because of the core pressure right here, which does take the core down to 8%. That got through shields. And 1% of the core, every little helps. With the space created, because Anarchy were kind of backing up, a little bit of panic there. A little bit. ICC Unity steal Anarchy's top camp, and they swing around to pick up their siege camp as well. Nice slowing sands for vision. Always assume that if you don't see the enemy team on the map, they could be, just act like they could be here. Love to see it, using all the tools available to try and scout, just like this Junkrat satchel. Information is incredibly powerful. Both teams level 20s online. Let's look to see what they pick. Junkrat getting the upgrade to Riptire. Deckard picking up another gem. Upgrade to Bile. That is No One Can Stop Death. So immediate respawn for Malthael there. And then the upgrade to Go for the Throat. Hook coming out and unfortunately not finding a member of ICC Unity. This is a big 5v5 here. Junkrat popping that Riptire, that Beyblade early. It's only going to do a little bit of chip damage, but does get Mango Man actually off of their mount and pushes them back into the Bile, into a slowing sands. The counterattack for ICC Unity is just too powerful. Malthael going down there. Varian seeing to that. There's a Ruby on the ground for Deckard, but it is not enough, and Yoon goes down. Trunks find themselves in a really bad spot, surrounded by health potions, but that is the death knell, I think, for Anarchy. Very valiant effort taking us to a game 3 here. ICC Unity walking up, marching up. Onto that core. Onto was trying to do stuff, but unfortunately the power of ICC Unity is just too strong. Information is really powerful. Psychopaths 2023. You heard it here first. GG, well played. That means the series going over to ICC Unity. Hero doing some monster micro moves. That was, oh, there were some incredible moves there. I'm so glad we caught them on on stream. Yeah, GG, well played to both teams. To both teams. Wait, they didn't take us to a game 3. My god, sorry. I'm clearly, my brain is just mush and falling out of my ear. That was last series. Wow. Either way though, GG, well played to both teams still, regardless. What are we seeing here? Anything unusual? The Junkrat damage, phenomenal. Really good map for Junkrat because he doesn't need mana. Any character that doesn't need mana on this map should be prior. Both teams kind of even on kills here, hey? It's just, Unity really came online toward the later half of the game. What are we seeing? Anything odd? Yeah, GG. GG, chat. Super potions, burst fire from Junkrat here. Greymane soaked exactly 9,000 XP. Oh my god. So it wasn't over 9,000. That's the problem. That is the problem. Junkrat did go Q, so that's a basic attack. That's a basic attack Junkrat. I'm with a mage level 16. That's interesting. I feel like this flies in the face of this a little bit. But anyway, GG, well played to both teams. Perfect. What I will do then is swap back over to my face. That's the end of the replay cast today. For some reason my cam I changed the settings and then when it came to stream it just changed them again and now I'm like a ghost. So cool. Anyway, thank you for joining me. This has been some replay casts from games over the past, I think it's been week. Both of them. And it was my fellow ICC teams. So I'm a member of ICC Crystal Gems. I heal for them. We're in Div C East, and I casted ICC Unity and ICC TBD, and both of whom were victorious. So GG, well played. I will now swap over my overlay and stuff, and maybe I'll play a Storm League game, and if it goes terribly, I will stop. Thinking that this series was the same as last series, you know, my brain's not like we've got a bit of a problem. But we'll see. We'll do our best. So thank you for joining me. This was NGS replay casting. I do love it all. Thank you for being here.